quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Now a play fake here on first down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Foster. So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down.
But you look at this defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And part of why they came into this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
11 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well.
And touchdown!
Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Catch made here by Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Stroud on third down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown.
It's the fullback. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Black Knights lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
When you look at this defense,
they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Defending. One of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Stroud to throw it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Black Knights have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bobby Wagner. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down, White Knights.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdowns.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They'll run with Hall.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Juszczyk, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings get a bit closer. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Buying time to his left.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball first.
And now out. Minnesota.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Flushed out right. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Now Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Vikings head out to take over once again.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Vikings. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He got 29 yards that time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Stroud.
He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights are able to add on to their first half lead.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got them down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
It got his...
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive line?
Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from possession.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again.
This is caught by Tucker.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. He'll try again, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fighting his way through contact.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now they're in the hurry up.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it.
Flush to his right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Brings up 4th down.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scampering home from
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
18 reps.
And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to...
And oh, he coughed it up.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still first
Let's
down.
remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. it's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and... Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review in this game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own block.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
The York on now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek. And
now here is another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Rio,
the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota,